Hello, my people, and welcome to Studio de Jefre, where we have the latest batch of cowboy rumorooskies as it relates to the NFL draft. Yeah, Kilgore in the chat already knows what's happening. Rumorooski is a great word. The cowboy rumorooskies. What's going on as we get ready for the NFL draft this Thursday, which guess what? I'll be live right here, youtube.com/Jeff Cavanaugh. Good morning, my friends. I got 2 more days of work on 97 Won the Eagle this week. Ben and Skin didn't know when Christina gets back. She gets back Wednesday. So I'm going to go get 2 more cans of beans. But KT will be with me on the broadcast, twitch.tv/Jeff Cavanaugh as well. Yes, Michael on Facebook, we are doing the dang thing. You're live. Kilgore, appreciate you on the pool fund. Good looking out. Yeah, it's this week. We're here. It's party time. And of the things, the content that I've been checking out on the internets, I'm really enjoying what I saw from Albert Breer, who I don't really trust. But Albert Breer with his nuggets from around the league and what you need to know about the Cowboys. He said Dallas could move up. I heard at one point last week that their radar was up for Kayvon Thibodeaux potentially sliding. Now, if you're new around here, who is Kayvon Thibodeaux? The most disrespected dude in this draft class, and I have no idea why. Because I don't know the quote off field or, oh my God, he likes branding. He wants to build his brand. So what? I don't know those things, but I know that on tape, that dude should be the number 1 overall pick. Him or Aiden Hutchinson. But if Kayvon Thibodeaux starts to tumble down the board, even as captain trade down, I am looking at Kayvon Thibodeaux and I'm going, yeah, go ahead. Go get him. Go ahead. Premier position, premier prospect. Go get that son of a biscuit. Are you concerned about Kenyon Green? Jeremiah is reporting a knee issue that could cause him to drop. Not yet, but that's the hard part about the draft is without the medicals, we don't know. I'll have guys that I think are top 50 players and then they go undrafted because it turns out both their knees are shot. So that's something you got to figure out. And you'll know because as the draft goes on, you'll be like, why hasn't that name been called yet? And the answer is there's something medical. That's what's going on. So that's Kayvon Thibodeaux. Sign me the hell up. Hippo laws and whatnot. Thibodeaux's going top 3. He should. Kayvon Thibodeaux should be one of the top 2 picks in the draft. But if it's true that some NFL teams have weirdo, random concerns about him, well, sign me up to be the benefactor for a defensive end who looks like freaking Khalil Mack on tape. I'm in on that. Or we'll go to what Peter King said here in just a second, but our partners at BetOnline continue to be the number 1 source for all your betting needs and sports info. Let's go Mavs tonight. Huh? Let's go Mavs. Find all the latest sports developments, including updated odds on the NBA playoffs, fights, next season's futures. Bet on Luka. But don't come back at me if I'm wrong. I don't always win. I'm just saying, bet on Luka because it's fun. Don't forget, MLB is back as well. Go pick who's going to win the World Series. It's BetOnline. They're your continued source for all your sports wagering needs, including live betting and your favorite Vegas casino and poker games. If you want, I can give you a pick every day. Now, you should pick the opposite of what I pick, but I can give you one. Super easy to get started. Head to the website today or use your mobile device to join. Use the promo code BELIEVE, BLEAV, to receive 50% welcome bonus on your first deposit. BetOnline, where the game starts. Woo-woo! Any thoughts on Jalen Watson, cornerback, Washington State? He fits the long press corner profile of Dan Quinn. That's from Dominic. I appreciate you. You're giving me guys I'm going to have to watch the week of the draft. I'm about 150 guys in. Give us a daily pick, Jeff. Mavs, money line. Let's go. Let's go. Is Brandon Smith good? No. Brandon Smith is a Penn State linebacker that looks like he was built in a freaking lab, but also looks like he doesn't know how the sport works when you're watching him play. So I'd pick him in the 3rd or 4th round and be like, hey, guess what? We're going to see if you can rush the passer, buddy. That's what I would see. Jacob, yes, bet on Jeff for draft coverage. Everything else, bet against me. What about Devin Lloyd as a Micah 2.0? So that is the other interesting rumorooski that I wanted to get to, because that is the other thing. I wonder who's calling. I don't know this number. That is the other thing that was in Albert Breer's notes, where he says more likely than going to get Kayvon Thibodeaux would be sticking at 24, taking either a traditional off-ball linebacker, and he adds Georgia's Nakobe Dean, question mark. We're starting to inject some youth into their aging offensive line group. To that end, Texas A&M guard Kenyon Green is one player other teams have connected to Dallas, which makes sense. You need a starting left guard. Kenyon Green kicks ass. Makes sense. But I love that he's listed Nakobe Dean, and I love that Peter King in his mock draft sent Tyler Linderbaum to the Cowboys. So names that we haven't really heard tied to the Cowboys very much that aren't on their 30 visit list that are awesome players. That's the beauty of number 24. Other teams are going, Nakobe Dean, he's not 6'3". Can't pick him at number 12. Can't pick him at number, I'll take him at 24. But Tyler Linderbaum has his little T-Rex arms. They're not quite long enough. I can't take him at 15. I can't take him. I take him at 24. Let the good players fall in your lap and prosper. That's what you do. Little off topic, but thoughts on the Mavs. Thoughts on the Mavs is I wish that Dwight Powell made his 2 freaking free throws, but he's a sweet man, so he's hard to get mad at because he plays really hard all the time. But the Mavs are fine. They're going to win tonight, and then they'll either finish it in Utah or they'll finish it back home. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Jeff is calling Burks a Dez 2.0 fair and accurate. They're different. There's Dez things in there, sure. There's Dez things to his game, but he's a different player. It's not a terrible compare. He's something between A.J. Brown and I don't have a perfect comp for Treylon Burks. 4 days away. Any bold predictions? Offense, first 3 picks. That's my bold prediction. Might just be 2 out of 3. Pickens got that desert, but George Pickens is my guy. I just did a mock draft for Dalton Miller, Pro Football Network, and the board left me either Kenyon Green, Tyler Linderbaum, George Pickens. I took Linderbaum. I took Tyler Linderbaum. Make that money, y'all. What's the concern with Devontae Wyatt? Heard some off-the-field stuff. I hadn't heard that, but I did see that Devontae Wyatt is 24 years old. That's a lot. No, that's a lot. KT calls himself Clowney 2.0. That's not a number 1 pick. I don't care what he calls himself. I've watched Kayvon Thibodeaux play. Kayvon Thibodeaux is, if he ain't the best pass rusher in this class, he's second. Like Clowney was a monster of a man that was an incredible run defender and had some pass rush. Kayvon Thibodeaux is going to whip your right tackle's ass. That's what he does. Linderbaum or Dean with the first pick? I'll probably go Linderbaum. I'm not a fan of offensive line with short arms. I mean, I would like them to be perfect. I would like my prospects to be perfect, but when you're picking at 24, you have the benefit of the guy who is not perfect, even though his tape damn near is, that you get to take advantage of other teams not finding the perfect prospect. Bernard Raymond, 25-year-old project, LOL bust. I do not want Bernard Raymond at 24. I surely do not. Small school, old prospect, developmental. Yeesh. That's one of the guys that I could end up being so wrong on, but no. 56? Take him at 56. Not at 24. The odds are ridiculously low that they make this trade for Thibodeaux. I agree, but it's worth mentioning. If he starts taking that tumble where he's out of the top 10, you start feeling froggy. I'm not interested in taking a risk with our first pick. Linderbaum is a risk in a position that isn't a need and not a premium position. I'm interested in picking the best player. When the league screws up and gifts you a really, really good player that shouldn't be there, you should take it. No matter who you pick at 24, it's a risk. People bust in the first round. No matter who you take, is a risk. The only trade up worth it is Jordan Davis or Sauce Gardner. See, I wouldn't trade up for Jordan Davis. I wouldn't do it. I know we're all excited about what he put on tape, plus his athletic profile. It's incredibly enticing. And at 24, I could take that. But for a primarily run-stopping defensive tackle, I ain't giving up extra picks for that. Why are people mocking Tyler Smith to the Cowboys? What's your thoughts on him? Tyler Smith is an offensive tackle that, to me, is a second or third round player. He's a dude that is an incredible athlete. Like, he's athletic, he's strong. He has the base traits of a good offensive tackle. Everything else is broken. You're going to have to kind of rebuild him or build him, I guess. So for me, that is not a pick at number 24. In the second, sure. Bernard Raymond, too. Couple of offensive linemen where if you pick him at 24, I would be like, what in the world just happened and why? If you get him in the second round, great. Cliff in the super chat, can Penning play guard? Trevor Penning, Northern Iowa, probably going before the Cowboys pick. He's a tackle on tape. Could he play guard? Probably. He's tall, but he could play guard because he's always like he stays. I watched him train. Like he runs in a straight line like they're running inside zone. So he kind of plays low and he's tough and he can move people. Trevor Penning could probably play guard. We get a guard / wide receiver in the first. Would you rather have Travis Jones or Quay Walker in the second? Travis Jones. I got them both as second round guys, and I'd be really happy with either pick. But I'm okay with Jabril Cox and Micah Parsons being my linebackers on a lot of plays anyway. And then I guess Van Der Esch and Cox on some when you're sending Micah Parsons after the quarterback. Travis Jones, I think, is a difference maker at nose tackle. If he gets a 56, I want. What's the news on this quarterback the Cowboys view as a secret weapon? I don't know what that means. If Stingley falls, I could see us trading up. I could still see Stingley being a top 3 pick. Everybody's going to talk like he might slide down and that Sauce Gardner's for sure the first corner off the board. I wouldn't be shocked if Derek Stingley goes 3rd. Would not be shocked. Marcus Jones, if he's sitting in the 4th or 5th, hell yeah. Hell yeah. That'd be lovely. All right, that's your Cowboy Rumorooskies of the day. If you want to hear me talk about words later on, I'll be on 97.1 The Eagle for 2 more days. iHeartRadio app if you're out of the listening area, 2 to 5 p.m. Central. Right back here for draft coverage. Tomorrow, right here, we'll be with Jane Slater, the return of the Boys and Girls show. Jane and I will be here partying. Jesse Holly and I are doing the Believe Cowboys show every week now. So it's a party around this bad boy. Oh, QB is more fish BS? Can't worry about all that. Slater! All right, thanks for stopping by, everybody. I love you, and I hope you have a great day. Remember to be cool to everyone. You have no idea what anybody's going through.